influence academic success. Throughout the year 2023, in Illinois magazine titled Film Mark Design, completed an experiment in the effects of a women's design on students' academics. The experiment was simple. Students took exams in a room designed by interior designers, and they also took a test in a room for a traditional examiner. Tests given in the room designed by an interior designer produced higher test levels. In the article, they make it known that there is a positive correlation between modern interior design and academic achievement. They stated modern exam rooms have shown to improve student performance because they provide an environment for students to learn. This is because modern exam rooms tend to include features like bright paper layouts, minimal distractions, such as furniture and decorations. Lastly, I looked at how culture and design influence each other. In an article by Maria Guardi of the Marymount University titled The Intersection of Culture and Interior Design, Creating Culturally Inspired Spaces, she states, authentic cultural integration starts with listening. It provides insight into lived experiences and culture and personal values. When design is born, it's important to consider the people living in it and how their culture may influence how the space is used. When you start by listening, you'll can tell the resonates with you. In my research on the key design theory of Allen, there was an idea that was so small but catching me up. It was how important it is to interview and listen to the people the space is at. I decided I needed to understand how students respond to where they live and what they think is important. So I interviewed some students to get their feedback on their work. I interviewed 3 people from Grexfield, Greenville, Barnes, Waterloo, Cranston, and Cushing. In these rooms, I interviewed the head proctor, a returning student, and a new student. Based on my research, my interviews, and my prior experiment design, I was ready to analyze the Chico common room and start thinking about how to put it all together. The Chico first floor common room is not very large. When working on a small space like Chico, you have to take into account how much of the space is being used. During my interview with Vanessa Dean, the senior interior designer at Olivia Minor Muir, she stated, finding a room for everything makes the space really useful. As you can see, the room is a narrow rectangle with 4 walkways. On one end of the room is 2 massive windows, and on the other side is an architectural feature or considered an alcove. This whole room is in bright mustard yellow, with the alcove being brighter and more deep yellow than the rest. There's so much furniture for the limited floor space, and the color of the carpet is neutral and common. However, it's awkward because they cannot face each other and have conversation. I combined all my information to plans in my mind. When creating the design, I tried to focus on the principles that help the resident students academically, physically, and mentally. When it came to having the visual representation of the building to see it all together, I decided to play around with AI, specifically ChatGPT. While doing so, I realized I was able to input the photos and tell it everything I wanted it to be. To me, I think this is a better way to get an idea for the audience to visualize the room. For budget purposes, I decided to keep some of the furniture. One piece is the couch. I also decided to keep the time table. This is because they were built for the cheap coat. They were built for the specific room and the families of the different family units. It was also the decision because it would be too much trouble for them to be moved, and they were, if we were to move them, we don't know exactly where they should go. The leather chair was also used by the former headmaster Miller, so I felt it was necessary to keep those items for the historical value of the room. It is also another way to have intimacy use. With the top coming off, we were able to store things like blankets, chairs, birthday cakes, and more. The final thing I did was add this area was add 7 clocks on the wall. In sheet code, we currently have 7 different countries represented. With the clocks, we can change them to the time zone the countries represented. This adds a personal touch to the dome while also helping everyone stay connected to the home when they scheduling calls or video chats with friends and parents for a certain time zone is much easier. This also allows us to promote a cultural awareness. After one more week of consistent trial and error, these are the visual looks that I thought was right for the stage itself. It's the design that I think how to present to the school. During this program, I used 3 websites to find the furniture I decided to use. The first tool is IKEA. At IKEA, I will practice shelving, laptop bag, light fixture, a rack for the fence, and rolling gates. In total at IKEA, I will spend $527.90. The second store is Razor. At this store, I will only purchase the rug. Due to the size and quality of the rug, I will spend a total of $125.99. The last store, Amazon, would be I would purchase the coffee table, pillows, lights, couch, and a piece of panel. In total, I will spend $300, $39.99. In total, for this store, the amount would be $900, $999.92, without including shipping and tax. The high copies I sheet are ready to help me find ways to raise money. In the upcoming weeks, I decided to propose my design to Caroline, assistant headmaster of Legal Services, Kenny Katie, assistant headmaster of advertising, Jamie Ryan, director of resident life, and other faculty and resident life staff. Mrs. Ryan is really committed to working with me to accomplish things before my time at the academy is finished. In this project, I will show you how intelligent design can improve students' psychological safety and emotional recovery. The proposal creates a calmer, more functional, and more welcoming campus economy. I am excited to share with the school leadership. These are my sources. Thank you for listening, and I would now like to open the floor to questions.
Isaac has a mic, and so if you have a question, you can raise your hand and he will bring it over to you.
Maybe you followed up with this and I just didn't notice, but what are you doing with the large curio cabinet with the couch in front of it on the wall with the basement?
So right now we're hoping to take a lot of the stuff left behind from Shanti and previous classes or students that have and kind of make it like a historic area to show our culture, who we are, and everyone.
First of all, thank you so much, Justice. I'm curious to hear more about your interview process with the other dorms. What did you learn from that process, and what were some, like, if you were to do a second dorm redesign, what would be the next dorm you would go redesign?
During my interviews, it very much varied. I feel like sometimes the girl dorms were a lot more like, oh, we have all these problems and we want this changed and that changed. And a lot of the guys were just very, I mean, like, someone, I live there, I don't care how it looks. A lot of people wanted just color change or different furnitures or golf pants, tables. we don't like it. It's very small. There's nowhere to walk. And we just, a lot of them are like, we just didn't watch TV. It's nothing else to do. So I think that was really nice.
Thank you.
Justice, I'm wondering, I don't know if this is working. Anyway, I'm wondering if you have I might have missed it, do you have an idea of how well used the common room is now? And possibly a plan to figure out if it gets used more after your changes?
So, as of right now, I would say our common room is pretty used. We use it, watch movies, do schoolwork. The proctors on duty, they help us a lot. Proctors who aren't in the dorms, they also sit in the common room a lot. I would say afterwards, I would definitely like to see some of the work we've done so I can see how it works and see our participants, see if I can make any adjustments. Even after this, I may be talking to the students to go, oh, what can we do? I don't know if we change something. Because even right now, we still talk about it. Really changes to the state of the company.
Good, thank you.